Hello and Sawati. Today we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 as Siam. This is actually another mod nation, a mod I found. I don't think it has actually the national focus tag on the mod because I found it when I was going through the alt history label. Anyways, and so I find it has some interesting aspects to it. Couple things that I think might be a bit too strong, but we'll see how it goes. And so first thing I'd like to do is just organize my military here. Only start with 4 divisions. Let's see, what could we call this? Thai National Army. And we have a selection of generals, so actually quite a few. Let's see, artillery attack, that's an interesting skill that we don't see too often, but we also have ranger, so I believe we have a lot of, well, there's more forest in the French Indochina here. Looks like Siam has a lot of central plains and then hills in the western part along the peninsula. Okay, and so just set this fellow onto a border with French Indochina. Let's see, we also have some fighters, well, planes already, some interwar fighters and close air support. So we'll just set them on air superiority and close air support. Should be okay. Now we only have 2 research slots. So first of all, and we only start with basic equipment, so let's first get weapons 1. And then might as well get started on our industry. Okay, and then next we have to set up our factories, and because of the mod, we won't really have to make any civilian factories, and you'll see why once we get to the national focuses. So we'll start on a few military factories. Okay, now for our national focuses. You'll see that it's a bit changed. Okay, so first here, this will be our industry branch here, and then some research. And then we actually have a tree concerning the Siamese monarchy. And then we have more of a, well, foreign tree. This would be for conquering territory, mostly, it looks like. And then political tree with fascist, communist, and democratic. Although you can go the standard, looks like it mainly has, well, a few, couple bonuses for neutrality, but yeah, so this, and then we have our standard military, Army, Air Force, and Navy trees, and they're pretty standard. I don't think there's really anything too different in them. So, I'm actually going to start down the political tree, and we'll try to go communist in this playthrough. And I'm kind of interested in trying to switch over to communism as fast as possible. I believe, what do we start as? Yeah, we're neutral. So, and we have a large fascist influence. So it'll take a bit of work to get switch over to communism. Okay, and we start with quite a bit of manpower, so we can get into training some new divisions. And one of the nice things about this that I like in any mod is that they have a large selection of culturally appropriate or nationally appropriate divisions. I always, often when you play through, then if you have to make a new division, like it'll just be called motorized division instead of the appropriate language name. So it's nice to have these already set up. I'm not sure, we probably won't use a lot of motorized or tanks. Looks like they do have the support battalions attached already. So, and then this is interesting, they have a 1943 version of the standard infantry division, which starts just 9x9 or 3x3 engineers and recon, but then this one, it also adds in logistics, field hospital, and support artillery. Now, it is an interesting aspect, but I'm not too sure if we necessarily need it. We will develop this division as we develop more, get our support brigades and army experience. So I think we'll just, we can delete this one. And then we have a couple militia units. This one is just 3 brigades with engineers. I think this one's even smaller. No, 3 brigades of cavalry. So we can easily switch this into a military police. Not sure what Tamraj Putorn. And then we can possibly use this as more of a defensive battalion group, although it is really small. We'll have to be careful. But for now, we'll just start training some new troops. We already have 4, so if we make a nice group of 20, it'll match up nicely to become 24. Okay, so we got all of our... We are insufficient in aluminum. That's probably for support equipment. Yeah. Unfortunately, we only start with 3 military factories, no dockyards, but that'll soon change. Okay, and we do start with a small navy, 3 ships. What do we have? Naval anti-air. Blockade runner. Well, he's our most skilled, so we'll put it under him for now. I had been thinking we could try an early invasion of Guangxi Clique. We'll have to see how that goes. Basically, for this, you'll notice that Siam is basically surrounded by allied nations. We have the British Raj, who's a puppet of the United Kingdom, and we have France, who quite often joins the Allies. And then we have the United Kingdom itself down here. Okay, so we got the Spanish Civil War started. And unfortunately, we won't be able to affect that much, being a neutral nation right now. But back to Siam, if we're going to expand our territory through, well, it will be at the expense of the Allies, so we're going to have to build up enough to be able to withstand them. So we got Kana Ratzadon Reshuffle. Apologize again for any of my mispronunciations of the Thai words. To increase our bureaucratic efficiency, we must assign the right people to the right position. Okay, and so we're going to go do the yellow cover dossier. First draft of the Thai Constitution created by Preeti Panomyong, known for its leftist view and socialist-leaning economic model. Okay, and we also got enough political power to modify our government. We'll be selecting communist revolutionary. Communism on the rise. It's usual thing. So one thing I might will be trying is to France starts with a large communist influence. So if we turn communist early enough, and we can influence them, they might have a civil war. They might not join the Allies. So it might be easier to attack Indochina here. Okay, so we can continue on. Listening to the soothing songs of the Siamese radio. And so Guangxi Clique actually has quite a lot of good resources to grab, especially steel, tungsten and chromium. We do have a little bit of our own, so... Oh, and we even have a lot of rubber. Yeah, it's too bad that the motorized and tank divisions might not do as well in the jungle and hills that we find ourselves in, so might not be able to take advantage of that. Okay, so we built our first military factory, so we'll just get it more on... no. Yeah, we're still researching that. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. Yellow cover dossier. Okay, so that will give us our daily communism support. And so we can actually move over and do the Siamese monarchy question. Because you'll notice one of the penalties that we start with is king in exile. So we lose a bit of division recovery rate, which is unfortunate. But we also lose weekly national unity, 0.2%. Now it doesn't sound like a lot, but you have to think that every 5 weeks we'll be losing 1%, so every year that's almost 10% national unity we're losing. So especially since we have to get through a couple of focuses to clear it up, we don't want to leave it for too long. So we got our basic machine tools and our infantry equipment, so that'll be good. We can switch that over. I also want to get the new fighter. It looks like we're using a lot of Japanese planes. I think we have a few unique Taiwanese models, but or Thailand or Siamese models. Okay, and so we can also get we'll probably go concentrated industry because we are a smaller nation. We need the extra production. Although I imagine we could see a lot of Allied bombing. So we'll also have to see how well Japan does, because if they take over China, they're going to be right next door. And quite often they do quite well in Indochina, or France might even give it up to them. Okay, so Italy finally ended their war against Ethiopia. So quite another thing I like doing early is getting the research bonuses out of the way. So we'll do industrial concern. See, our communism support is growing quite large. It tends to grow quite quickly at the beginning. So we finished our first focus for the monarchy. After King Rama VIII self-exiled himself to Surrey, England in 1933, It's now our job to set up a committee to decide which path we should take. Okay, so we have a couple options. Oh, I guess it was Rama the 7th, because we can reinstall King Rama the 7th, or install King Rama the 8th, get a new fellow, or we can abolish the monarchy entirely. So, I think both of these... Well, this fellow creates daily democracy support, but he improves factory bomb vulnerability. Let's see, if these are just political power, line of succession. Since I played through, tried a couple times earlier, I'd often do abolish the monarchy, but I'm a bit interested in trying to reinstate one of these kings. Okay, so I think I'll actually... I'm a bit concerned that with neutrality drift, it'll counteract our communism drift, so maybe I'll install King Rama the 8th. Okay, after the old king abdicates, we've chosen Prince Mahidol's lineage as our next king, who's currently studying in Switzerland in his teen years. Okay. And we have more political power again. Oh. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the manpower. Okay, so now... Actually... Is there a political advisor we could use? Civilian factories we don't have to worry about too much, so let's get infantry equipment. Okay, so the 11th Olympiad is over now. Wonder how Siam did. And we have been generating more troops, I think. Just one so far, I guess. And actually, maybe at the same time, we'll train some border guards. We actually have, it looks like, elite Marines, so we could look towards creating a marine force for a sea invasion. Just, we're going to need a lot more factories here. Is there anything else we can start working on? Artillery. Okay, install King Rama the 8th. We get a little news bulletin here. New Siamese king. For the old king. Oh, wait, this is just says the same thing. So that must be the fellow there. Long live the king. Okay, and so that removed our spirit king in exile, so we don't have to worry about losing national unity, and we can actually go over to start developing our industry. As I said, there are a couple things that I think might be a bit too strong. One of them is if you look through the industry focuses here, you can see that it adds a lot of civilian factories. Like 6, 4 more, 10, and this is 1, 2, 5, 10, another 14, so 24 factories just free from focuses. And so, and then we even get more military factories. Well, I guess, I think it's just military factories, just maybe that one here, but even still, gaining 6 is quite a lot for one focus. We finished our concentrated industry. Now, I think the intention of the creators is probably because they wanted Siam to be strong enough to stand up to the major nations. If you look at, you know, Soviet Union or Germany, they have Germany, not that. They have, you know, dozens of civilian factories. So compared to them, it's not a lot getting, you know, 1 or 2 dozen factories. But to any other minor nation, that is a huge boon. So let's actually get some bombers. Although, like, close air support, okay, maybe we should actually wait on that. Let's actually get started on our doctrines. Now, I'm thinking I'll go down the Grand Battle Plan doctrine for this one. I do like using the battle plans, and using this gives you a lot of bonus when you're for your planning bonus. So, we'll get started on that. So, I think it could be toned down some of these civilian factory bonuses, but you know, it's not my decision to what they do. So we finished our national highway, expanded the the highway, Bangkok to Rayong, and Prakatipat Highway, later known, I'm sorry, Bangkok to Lapuri, and with future expansion in mind. So we get a lot of infrastructure through our central territories. The leadership purge in the Soviet Union. So might as well take this one. Soviet command is greatly. So continuing that. So now, yeah, we got rid of our penalties. King Rama VIII gives more national unity, so we're back up. So might be good. Oh, I should stop there. Okay. Now, one of the things I'm really excited with this mod is it actually creates British Burma here. Now, I did check, and the United Kingdom, or the British government, did set up Burma to be somewhat independently run in 1937, and so that's why this happens. And so I think it's really neat to see this new country created. Now, I imagine Paradox probably didn't have this event happen, mostly because it didn't gain its full independence until after the war, I think 1948 or whatever, or somewhere late 40s. But so, you know, basically it's in this timeline, well, in this time frame, it's basically a puppet still. So it is in the Allies, and yeah, it is a puppet of British Burma, or United Kingdom. But I don't know. This is one of the things that struck my fancy in this mod, is it created this new country that borders us. Now, of course, if we want to attack it, we'll still be fighting the Allies. So British Raj will send its forces. We'll be invaded by whatever units the United Kingdom has here. Australia will come. So that's why we really need to get our military developed if we want to expand our territory. So let's continue on. Let's actually train. I think a set of 12 Marines should be good. Now, of course, I probably should have done this earlier, set it out quite early, because once Japan declares war on China, it's going to unify, and then there goes our chance. But it'll be nice to have them around. They can still guard the coastline. In fact, we can probably reduce these guys a little bit. So we got our central region infrastructure. With new industrial parks being created around Bangkok metropolitan areas, Ayutthaya and Nakhon and so on, we'll finally depart our cultural orient roots to the newly industrialized country. So, and then further urbanize the countryside, so some of our more smaller territories will gain some more factories. And you also notice the mod creator changed some of the provinces around, I do believe, in order to create Burma here. I think in the standard game, I think this is just two territories. What are they called? Oh, I can't think of the names right offhand. But I do believe the mod creators added these new ones, and I think there's some here for Vietnam and Cambodia and Laos. It allows them to be split up into their future borders after France has to pull out of Asia after the war. See that Laos has core states on all this on its territory. Vietnam has cores on its territory. Same with Cambodia. Okay, so we have finished our construction, and yes, it is 37. So we'll go right into concentrated industry again. And we finished our urbanized countryside, and then we continue this, it'll give us more military factories for us to work with. Okay, so we can set up, well, unfortunately the Hindenburg crashes in this continuity, so we get our planes here. Oh, well, not two fighters. We want close air support. We'll get those set up so when we get our more military factories, they'll be ready to go. Okay, Marco Polo Bridge incident. So, Japan, oh, looks like, wow, hardly see this, but Japan, or China decided to give up the territory. 3 provinces. Oh, in the end of the Spanish Civil War. So we'll have to see if Japan puppets China or not. So that might be interesting. Might still have our chances for an invasion of the... Okay, so we have our selection of generals here. Now, we only have one for the army, who's an armor expert. Oh, an army logistics. So naturally I'll be taking this one. Attrition is always a nice thing to reduce. Okay, so we get one of our communist events, communist partisans. So fortunately we lose a few population joining these partisans, but oh, and we get, yeah, Marxist simply. So the amount of our communists, we're almost there. We're just short of 50%. Okay, so we're actually almost finished. As I said before, oh, and unfortunately Amelia Earhart disappears. Once war starts, we suffer invasion from the sea. So I'm just fortifying our important port areas there. It'll help us hold the important ports. So we got our military industry promotion. Now we could continue on here. We get some more anti-air built up here, air bases here. Now again, I think these might be a bit too much. Like you could always, always build your own. They could have given like just a bonus to building air bases instead. But I think for now, what shall we do? Okay, we'll do army effort. That'll give us some doctrine bonuses. Okay, and since oh, yep. So now we are short of aluminum. So let's see who we can get aluminum from. And let's actually get it from the Soviet Union, because we do plan to be communist, and we'll probably ally ourselves with them. Okay, changing communists, and we actually execute a coup. While the popular movement for communist revolution has been loud and terrifying, a certain section of the political movement has been largely quiet and waiting. The wait is now over. Today, just as the Kana Ratsadon leadership and army were bracing for a revolt on a national scale, a number of officials in the Siamese government swiftly placed Phraya Fabon Phonpayahasana under house arrest and entered negotiations with the rebels. While retaining a pretense of safeguarding order, what the negotiations effectively amounted to was to secure positions within the new socialist state for those who chose to cooperate. The coup was finished before anyone could move to stop it, and those who would have are now imprisoned, exiled, or executed by the new regime. Okay, the tides of history will sweep away the past. So we got Communist Party, become the ruling party, and Reign of Terror. So, if we got a new flag with a big red star in the middle, and Song Napako becomes our leader. The king's still around. So, let us actually start our troublemaking. So, we are going to boost party popularity in France. Okay, and so then we got military factories here to deal with. So, we'll just get started boosting up some of those. We got our aluminum that we needed. And unfortunately, saying we just lacking a template for our artillery, which is okay. And now I'm also going to build some forts, hopefully to help hold this border against the British. Now, if I just build 2 forts here, should effectively block any movement through. Now, again, naturally they could try seaborne invasion, but I don't think there are any ports there. Oh, and we are getting low in manpower. So we've almost finished our militia units here. We're getting a few, almost done with our Marines. Okay, and we finished trench warfare. So looks like we have some interesting tanks. I think I wonder if, are these actual? Oh yes. Okay, so they basically took Japanese tanks. I'm not sure if they bought them, and then they modified them. So I don't know. Maybe we will have to try some light tanks. We'll just need rubber. Maybe we can build some synthetic factories. Okay, first of our militia, so let's get them into a army. Finished our army effort. Despite the increasing possibilities of aerial naval warfare, ground combat is still key in tomorrow's wars. With preparation, we can avoid reliving the hell of the trenches. Okay, so Japanese build up on Chinese border. Looks like they're still planning to invade. Oh, what else can we do? So, actually, yeah, let's get motorization effort then. We should actually get working on our research focuses, because getting an extra research slot will certainly be helpful. So they're attacking Shanxi. here doing, usually they invade China right after, but we'll have to see. They might still puppet them. Oh, and we actually also got our... Okay, so what can we call these? People's... Oh. Regular... Russia. So these will just be kind of backup guys. And so, sorry, but you're gonna be our... Okay, so, concentrated industry. Okay, so let's get started. Electronic engineering. Okay, and this will be our... Marine Force. Okay, so... Second guy here. Okay, so you'll just be on garrison duty. You guys can just hang out there. So I was understandably quick. I have to see what they do next. I haven't seen one where, you know, they've ceded the land to Japan, and then, yeah, I haven't seen one where they puppet China in a long time. So, oh, never mind. Declared war. So China will probably be unify soon. Okay, so we're finishing up some of our regular troops. Might actually take some of them. Okay, motorization effort. Okay, so let's do education reform. It's now our job to subsidize and provide greater education chances to the masses. Okay, and so this is kind of the second thing that I think they might have overcompensated for. You'll notice here we get national spirit for research, minus 5%. And then here again, research time, minus 5%. An extra slot. And then, oh. I thought there was another one. Oh, maybe not. But still, getting the 2 minus 5 research slot chances, I think, is more than you normally see in a focus tree. Normally you see 1 minus 5. So we'll have to... I'll go down here, but what I'm thinking is then just to counterbalance the effect, I won't go very far down this branch, because here this is minus 5%. Okay, but so... Oh, we got another one, so let's get more of our research. Still haven't decided which I should do, which theorist I want. I don't know. I honestly, I have a feeling that having a decently strong navy is going to be important later on. I actually haven't played too late in any of these games. Mostly got to the point where I'm starting to fight the allies, but then I quickly get overwhelmed. So, but I think I'll go with the naval theorist. Getting some experience for our developing better ships might certainly come in handy. Okay, and speaking of ships, we do start with some, but oh, and landing craft. So let's actually get up-to-date destroyers. Okay, we're getting more Marines, and I think, yep, that. Okay, so looking good pretty so far. Okay, we got our education reform. Oh yes, here's, oh yeah, this first one has the research time minus 5%. So this one, minus 5%, minus 10%, minus 15%. So yeah, I think that goes a little bit crazy. But we desperately need more research slots, so. Okay, one more. So, oh, but oh darn it. I forgot that we were running low on manpower. So unfortunately, we might not be able to. No, we have, okay, at least our Marines will get finished. They just need to be trained. Of all our yeah, we're running low on these guys. So, okay, so we got our light tank. Oh, now we should probably, this is supply consumption. It would be nice if it had reduced attrition. But, okay, it's 1938, so let's get this. So when we get our next infantry weapon bonus research, we can go straight into weapons 2. Oh, and we finished our forts. So let's actually build some naval dockyards. And then some more military factories. Just want to have a look how long this episode's been running. Oh, we still have some time. Okay, so Germany's done the Anschluss. That is what they wish. Okay, and so establish free collegiate schools. Now, it would be nice to get more national unity. But yeah, let's get for our research slots, because if we're going to do tanks, boats, airplanes, it's going to be stretching our research with only 2. Even 3, it'll be difficult. Okay, so now, wow, we're not doing too well for our communists. Are we still boosting? Let's have a look. Yep, we're trying to. So I'm not sure if we can flip them to communist. Okay, so first we'll start building convoys. We'll get a couple dockyards on that. And we'll probably start building some submarines. Oh, Royal Siamese Navy. Probably based on British Navy functionality. See how British Burma is doing. They actually have a couple units, so I wonder if they got planes from India. And they actually have quite a few factories now. Oh, China unified. But it looks like Japan, with that early start, is going to take over China probably. I wonder if we can help out. Okay, establish. Instead of just limiting graduate level education in Franakon area, let's open lots of them nationwide instead. Chiang Mai University, Konkan University, Mahidol University, and Prince of Songkla University are some of these examples. Okay, so we gain a little bit of unity. So now let's start getting our research slots. Okay, let's see if we can, should be able to send volunteers. How many? Only 2. Unfortunately, it won't matter too much, but it can get us some quick experience. Okay, so we'll split these guys off. Well, it'll be called Volunteer Army. Get you, even though you're a Field Marshal. Oops. And let us see. We can send our volunteers. We won't actually do Lend-Lease, although I guess we can send our artillery. We have a bunch of artillery that we aren't using. So... Okay. Accepted our lease. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Okay. France bans communism. Oh well, it was worth a try. All our hard work. Improved infantry equipment. Let's get mountain infantry. Maybe we can put some into our regular infantry troops. That'll help out. Volunteers still en route. Okay, where are they? Oh yay! Okay, so we finished our destroyer. Okay, can we... Oh jeez, we're falling behind now, quick. Okay. You. We gotta help out Nanking. Not that way. Oh, there's a lake there. Okay, so we'll slow it down a little bit. Oh man. This isn't going well. Might have stalled them out a little bit. Oh, yep, we're turning it around. Or maybe not, they're bringing in more troops. Come on, we gotta stop the fascists. Well, it's fluctuating, but that might just mean we'll get surrounded. Okay, let's get us off volunteer. Limited conscription. There we go. Finish off our troops. Make some more. Oh. Come on, we can hold it. Why don't you move these guys in there? Now, of course, there's got to be attrition problems. Trying to reinforce us. These guys aren't doing much. What are they? No. Mostly, yeah, 8 units are affected by attrition, so... Got too many people in there. Well, we're still holding on. Oh, we got dockyards. So let's start building our mostly modern destroyers. And we'll build 8 of them. We'll probably get newer ones before we finish those off. Okay. Still holding on, but I'm not sure if we can... this one's... in the south they're doing pretty good. They're keeping them contained. Might even be pushing them back a little bit. It's good to see. Generally, I think it depends how successful Japan's naval invasions go, whether they conquer China. But since China gave up these territories, and apparently it doesn't stop Japan from declaring war on them, so it's pretty much there's no reason why you'd want to, I guess. Wish we could see how these battles are going. We're slowly losing, but we are gaining some experience. Now, I think I'm going to train a few units just to stand on that border there. Okay, so Munich Agreement. So they agreed to give up the Sudetenland and Pax Americana. Oh, we got our research slot, which we desperately need. So yeah, let's just get the next one. We gotta get caught up here. Because we got boats, planes, and infantry equipment all in 39. I think I'm gonna yeah, let's get some more boats. We'll go with cruisers. Okay. Still holding Nanking. Oh, looks like they're surrounding us. Oh well. Let's see how the war's doing. Current wars. More Japanese we can kill, probably the better in the long run. So Japan has lost a bit more over than 250,000. China's lost 400,000. Concentrated industry. Okay, so machine tools. Looks like we're gonna have to keep one research slot on industry for now, since we're still falling back behind. Oh, that's the last of our Marines. Okay, can put them in there. Officers revolt in the Soviet Union? No way. So, looks like they did not purge all of their officers. So, but typically the Soviet Union crushes this revolt anyways. Even with help. I tried helping them with somebody. Can't remember who I was playing. But I sent some tank divisions, and it's just so many Soviet Union divisions. You can quickly push out, but I think unless you tried to go for... It's actually pretty close to Moscow. Might be able to, if you sent some tank divisions, drive to Moscow and get... what are they at? Well, they're 65. Oh. Still holding Nanking. So I think the longer we can hold that, the worse for Japan. It'll probably be better for us in the long run. I did switch this. Oh! Darn it, I forgot to switch to Infantry 1. Everybody's just been using basic equipment now for now. Okay, well, let's edit this, adding in yeah, my standard it'll take a lot longer for them to only 2,000, not too bad. Oh, looks like they're breaking out in the south there. Oh, did they give up? Or what happened? Oh, we got pushed back. Come on, get back in there, guys. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. See if we can get a digging entrenchment bonus. Now we'll probably also have to build an army for against Burma if we eventually move into there. So since we couldn't switch France communist, they're still not in a faction though. Although I imagine if we declared on them, they might switch over, and I really don't want to do that too early. We might just have to wait until Germany tries to invade, until they get distracted. Uh-oh. About to lose Nanking. These guys aren't even fighting. It's just these guys across the river. Way to help out. Okay, yeah, they're gonna need a lot more, so we can probably use some of these. Oh, yep, all Nanjing. Okay, well. Got our next research slot, so let's actually get equipment effort so we get our infantry weapons bonus. And what do we want to do? We might as well get fruit like tanks if we ever. Okay, get rid of that. Let's see if we can counterattack into here. Whoops. Maybe we can take back Nanjing. Or not. Of course, we just got basic weapons. Crummy basic weapons. Probably would have done a lot better if we had better infantry weapons, I guess. Okay, well, let's move back. We're gonna get encircled here, I think. So, go to Hangzhou. Oh, maybe because he's being distracted. We'd be able to get him from multiple angles here. Push him out. Nope. Oh, no, no. 50-50. Getting more experience. Of course, we're starting to run low. I think all of these should be filled up, though. Yeah, it's just... have no artillery. First, yeah, get these guys out. The other guys don't need necessarily. Yeah, I guess we can improve our support equipment now. Oops. Fight in the city. Okay, well, hopefully we've slowed them down a little bit. The new capital Chongqing, I think. Okay, everything seems to be going. Oh, People's Republic has capitulated. No, our brothers in arms, unfortunately. Okay, so 39. We can still do advanced machine tools. Getting the most equipment out as fast as we can is pretty much most important. What are we building? Oh, still more factories there. Get a couple more. Load it up. And so I think I'll take the effort, take the time. So in this branch, it just starts out Thaification, because we now is a core, but I'm kind of befuddled by that because I think there already are cores. But so what happens here is we get a we gain cores in this one's in Pratabong. Well, they're in Cambodia and Laos, I think. But it basically, since they granted us our cores, we can justify a war really quick against France. And then this is the Malay States. It's down in the Malaysian Peninsula. And then this one is Shan Brothers. This one is in Burma. So basically, these will give us, claims, essentially, reasons to declare war against our neighbors. And then this is basically granting us cores and claims against everyone. Now, the interesting thing, I think, because they become cores, is we don't have to worry about resistance. That's the word. No, fate of Czechoslovakia, so they're splitting up Czechoslovakia. But we won't have to worry about resistance in these, and especially it makes sense against France because, they don't really have much of a reason to fight for France. You can imagine the same with the Shan territories here in Burma, and possibly. Now, I'm not an expert in the region, but I'm imagining that, these people are willing to work with the Siamese people, with Thailand to help fight their wars. Okay, so we got our equipment effort, and alright, so let's actually go down here just to develop our communist. I think down here we can create a faction. Now, kind of what I'm hoping to do is declare war on our neighbors, and then we can satellite or puppet, like Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Burma. Well, we'll probably take Singapore for ourselves, but then we can form our own Southeast Asian alliance here. I'll have to try to find something to name it, but that's kind of my hopeful plan, and so hopefully we won't have to. Yeah, Russia's getting crushed. Ally in Comintern. But I don't know. If Japan starts being too aggressive and comes after us, then we may just have to. But we'll have to find that out in future episodes. So I guess that'll be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. Thank you and goodbye.